When I was working with Jim in Chicago, he was one of the first people to really start talking about the migrant worker issue in California. And, you know, working with him here at ABC, he really distinguished himself in the wildfires in California when migrant workers were left working in fields, not released by their to go home and seek comfort, to seek refuge from these fires, to save their own lives. And he was the one who brought that story to life. So I think that sort of demonstrates, that shows the commitment he's had to a really important story about a really important segment of American society and American life that goes unreported and unnoticed because people, until people like Jim Avila come forward and tell that story. And he's had that commitment to that story and to those people and to these issues from the time I met him, 15, 20 years ago until today. I think it's probably Jim's tenacity that makes him excel. I also think there's something about him when he's interviewing people that they get the same sense about him as a person that we who work with him do, which is that he's a decent person, they trust him, he can get people to open up, and he just digs. He digs, he's got a great instincts, he's got a great feel for what the story is and where to find it. And he's got a quiet, sort of unassuming but dogged presence, and I think that's really effective when it comes to the best reporter in the newsroom. I think there are a few reporters, there are a lot of wonderful, wonderful reporters in this country who are Latino, who've done distinguished reporting. Few people have done it for as long and as consistently well as Jim Avila. He's been doing it since I met him in Chicago when we were both reporters there together. He did it in NBC News, and he's doing it today at ABC News, and he does it over and over and over. This isn't somebody who has that rare home run of a story and, you know, rides on the laurels for several years on that story. He hits them out of the park time and time again, and I think is a true example to all of us in television news and all of us who are Latino and who are proud to have him as one of our colleagues.
Jim Avila, I just want to say to everyone there how much we admire you at ABC News, and most of all, how much we wonder that you look so young. Since we know that you started, was it San Jose in 1976? How do you look like that? And most of all, how do you report like that? Let me just say that if you've got a tough story, if you've got a complicated story, if you've got a story where you've got to know the truth, you want Jim Avila to be the one there reporting it. So from all of us at ABC News, Jim, tú eres el mejor.
Damas y caballeros,